Good morning, Damascus Christian School, and welcome to your 6th edition of the Eagle's Nest. I really appreciated what was shared with us at chapel by the juniors and seniors last week. In particular, Spencer Powers used the analogy of getting off the bench when it came to our spiritual walk. In Revelations, this is also referred to as being lukewarm. And we are called as Christians to not be lukewarm. In fact, in Revelations it says, because we were neither hot nor cold, he will vomit us out of his mouth. So I'd like you to look through and read through this quote by Francis Chan that talks about really the difference between being a Christian who is passionately in love with God and wanting to follow God versus one who is lukewarm. This week we will also be having our annual earthquake drill along with a number of schools throughout the country that participate in this. We will keep you updated on that, which will take place at the end of the school week. We also have some additional opportunities for giving and even possibly getting in some additional outreach hours. That will be Operation Christmas Child, which will be starting up here soon. The National Honor Society will be heading this up, where you will have the opportunity to participate by donating socks, donating small toys, and a variety of other items that may be sent over in a small shoebox-sized container to kids around the world. Typically, most of you can find some of this stuff just laying around the house that you don't want anymore, or if you have a little brother, little sister that doesn't want what's in their kids' meal, those toys are often good as well to send over. Please talk to a member of the National Honor Society if you are interested in participating in this. More information will be coming soon. We are also continuing the Bible drive this month. We're about halfway through the month, so if you do have an old or used Bible that you do not need anymore, please consider donating that Bible so that it can be distributed to people who don't even have access to a Bible. In fact, in some of these communities, they tear out pages and they distribute them throughout the community and rotate them around, and oftentimes they put these to memory because they know they will not have access to a Bible in its entirety. Also, speaking of National Honor Society, which is also heading with the Bible Drive, the new members will be notified this week that they have been accepted into the National Honor Society, and an induction ceremony will take place later this month. Juniors and seniors, please remember, if you are heading off campus for lunch, that currently you do need to still sign out and sign back in. Also, if you have not signed your paper, gotten it signed from your parents, giving you permission to go off campus, you will not be able to go off campus either. Most of you have turned those in, but just a reminder to make sure those have been turned in. Students, just a reminder about social media. Social media can be a fantastic tool, but it's important to remember too that this tool can be abused. Be aware that not only what you are posting on social media, but also what you are following does create a profile of you. That both companies that you may work for someday and colleges mine for information to determine if you are a good fit for their university or for their place of employment. So make sure you are putting out information that presents you how you would like to be presented to these different organizations. Also, as believers, to make sure that your profile represents you as a Christian, hopefully reflects who Christ is. Students, if you have not finished your MAP testing, you will be notified today and tomorrow about completing up your MAP testing during your 7th period class. We will be meeting in Mrs. Gentle's room to finish up. So if you are not done, please come see me there during 7th period. This week for chapel, elementary will be having family chapel for the first time this year, and secondary chapel will be hearing from our worship pastor here at Damascus Community Church, Kyle Lewis. Finally, students, outreach hours are continuing to be updated and posted onto the bulletin board. Make sure you are collecting your hours and documenting what you need to document. Also, there's a great opportunity to get some hours this year at the Harvest Festival. The sign-up sheet is outside of the auditorium, where you might sign up for an hour or more if you like. We'll also try to provide time for you to get some outreach hours in during the day of setup for the Harvest Festival, October 31st. Finally, students, our volleyball team will be playing for not only the district championship, we hope, but also a spot towards state and playoffs. So please come out to Country Christian on Saturday to cheer on your Eagles. They'll be playing at least at 2 different times, so be monitoring our calendar online or talking to volleyball players about when to come out and cheer them on. And finally, for Friday Feast this week, we have Taco Bell, so please make sure your orders get in here today. Thanks very much and have a great week.